Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into Mobileye's recent filing, and trust me, it involves more than just self-driving cars. There is some serious stock shuffling going on behind the scenes, so buckle up. Mobileye just had a big stock offering mixed with a stock buyback, and a major shareholder converted a huge chunk of stock. This will make investors confused, as it made me. Let's break it down and see what's really happening behind those autonomous vehicles. Before we dive in, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below. Come join us. Scroll as of report date 8/8A off earliest event report and scroll. First, the filing is dated July 11, 2000. Cyreme is dated July 11, 2025. So this is all pretty recent news. The big news is under item 1.01. Entry into a material definitive agreement, which basically means they're talking about a big important deal they made. In this case, it's about a secondary offering and a stock repurchase. Translation, they're selling a bunch of existing shares and then buying some back. Why? That's what we're here to find out. So Mobileye, the company, got into an agreement with Intel Overseas Funding Corporation, who is selling shares of Mobileye. Intel is Mobileye's primary shareholder. They sold shares to Goldman Sachs and both securities, who then sold them to the public at $16.50 as 50 cents a share. Listen to this number closely. Here's the interesting twist. Mobileye themselves didn't sell any of these shares in the offering. This was all Intel, the big boss, offloading some of their stake. The company didn't see a single dollar. This sale closed on July 11th, 2025. Scroll, Davis Polk and Wardwell LL, he has issued an opinion, scroll. They did the paperwork correctly, lawyers signed it off with a nice opinion thingy. Here's where things get interesting. On the same day, Mobileye used 100 million D5 shares from Intel at 16 tails 0462 2030, one time 985 shares from Intel at 16 teen $4,065 per share, which is what the underwriters or the fancy salesmen of Goldman Sachs and Buffer got them for. Total cost to Mobileye, $100 million to buy some back from them. The seller, Intel, is mostly in control of Mobileye, so this is them moving around their money. You can get more information on Intel relationship with Mobileye in their filing filed in April. This agreement was made beforehand. Next, we have item 3.02, unregistered sales of equity securities. This basically means they're talking about selling stock without registering it with the SEC, which is sometimes allowed under certain rules. Here's the kicker. Intel converted 50 million shares of Class B common stock to Class A common stock. Sounds like gibberish. Basically, Intel changed the type of shares they own. Now, why would they do that? Scroll, the selling stockholder, previously has informed the company that it intends, Scroll, Intel says they intend to hold on to these shares, and that switching them convert such shares is being done to increase the number of Class A shares out there. The Class A stock given to Intel was allowed by a Section 389 exemption, and Mobileye didn't get any money from giving shares in the conversion. There are some legal exhibits, but that bore intact today. Now, what does all this mean from an analyzer's perspective? Intel reduced holding by a big chunk and pocketed likely at least $1 billion. Mobileye spent 100 million a few dollars, implies Intel wants there to be more shares out there. This implies Intel wants there to be more shares out there to potentially sell. Intel has a lot of shares, and Mobileye stock is probably how they would invest in Mobileye's future. The CEO of Mobileye signed off on all of this EU Edge filing. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.